Dear viewers, today I am ashamed, disgusted, and heartbroken. Ashamed because in a so-called progressive state like Maharashtra, another young woman has been forced to pay the price of her life for dowry. Disgusted because among us live monsters who torture, humiliate, and beat someone else's daughter, the very woman they vowed to protect. And heartbroken because we have lost another young life to a barbaric, immoral practice that should have ended a century ago. Let's be clear, Vaishnavi Hagawane's death was not a suicide. It was a cold-blooded murder. Her body bore 19 injury marks. She was tortured, beaten, abused, humiliated. And for what? For marrying the man she loved, for dreaming of a life with him. But instead of love, what she got in return was greed. Her love was weaponized to squeeze more dowry from her family, to satisfy the monstrous greed of the Hagawane family. And here is what is worse. This wasn't the first time. The Hagawanes had allegedly done the same to their elder daughter-in-law, who thankfully survived and escaped their toxicity. But Vaishnavi, she did not. She could not. Why? Because in her attempt to follow her heart, her family ended up bowing to dowry demands that included a brand new SUV, over 50 tolas of gold and 7 kg of silver utensils just to keep the in-laws happy. Are the Hagawanes poor? Not at all. They are politically powerful family, closely linked to Ajit Pawar's NCP faction. But their greed knew no bounds, and in that greed for more silver, more money, more power, they took a life. But make no mistake, this isn't a one-off. Across the country, brides' parents are pressured into lavish weddings, expensive gifts, and humiliating compromises. And even then, the daughters are treated with disdain, demanded for more, pressured for more, dowried to death. Vaishnavi was a victim of the same brutal patriarchal society. A society where elite, educated, politically connected families seek dowries behind closed doors. A society that tolerates dowry but ignores domestic violence. A society that calls women the honor of the family but then treats that honor like it's disposable. And what's worse, Ajit Pawar himself attended the wedding. He noticed the Fortuner SUV being gifted. He even sarcastically asked if it was being given under pressure. And then, nothing. No action, no follow-up, just silence. In today's Honest Take, we go beyond the headlines to ask, what really led Vaishnavi Hagawane to this breaking point? Who are the Hagawanes? And how have they escaped justice for so long? And finally, why can't Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar wash his hands off this case when his own party's leaders are involved? But before we move ahead, please subscribe to our channel for credible and unbiased news and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Vaishnavi Hagawane, 23-year-old, married Shashank Hagawane, son of NCP Ajit Pawar group leader Rajendra Hagawane, in a lavish wedding at Sunny's World in Pune. Her parents were pressured into the marriage despite their reservations. The wedding was held at an expensive venue. The dowry included 51 tolas of gold, 510 grams, a Toyota Fortuner SUV, 7.5 kg of silver utensils. Rajendra Hagawane, the father-in-law, is deeply embedded in Ajit Pawar's NCP faction. At the wedding, Ajit Pawar noticed the SUV gift and made a sarcastic remark, asking if it was being forcefully given, a clear indication that he sensed something was wrong. Vaishnavi's father later clarified they have no direct ties with Ajit Pawar, but alleged that the Hagawane family's political links shielded them, even in earlier allegations made by their other daughter-in-law. Vaishnavi's nightmare began soon after marriage. She was harassed, mentally and physically, by her husband Shashank, mother-in-law Lata, sister-in-law Karishma, father-in-law Rajendra, brother-in-law Sushil. The reason? More dowry. When silver utensils weren't delivered on time, abuse followed. When she got pregnant, her husband accused her of carrying someone else's child. 6 months before her death, Vaishnavi filed a police complaint, naming all these family members. She detailed beatings, humiliation, and constant mental torture. Nothing happened. On May 16, 2025, Vaishnavi was found hanging in her bedroom in Pune. Time of death around 4:30 p.m. But her family claims it was not suicide. Her body bore 19 injury marks. There are serious doubts that she was beaten before she died. Her parents went public. Her father wept on camera, recalling how he once fell at the feet of his daughter's mother-in-law and sister-in-law to save her. Police have filed a case at the Baudhan police station in connection with Vaishnavi Hagawane's death. The charges include dowry death, abetment to suicide and domestic violence. So far, 3 members of the Hagawane family have been arrested. Shashank, Vaishnavi's husband, Lata, her mother-in-law, and Karishma, her sister-in-law. However, Rajendra Hagawane, Vaishnavi's father-in-law, and Sushil Hagawane, her brother-in-law, are currently absconding, and police teams are actively searching for them. Now let's come to my honest take. This cannot be normalized. Dowry is evil, full stop. It should have ended in the 18th century. Instead, here we are in 2025, watching a politically elite family in Pune torture a young woman to death for more money. Vaishnavi deserved better, but society failed her. The law failed her. Politics failed her. Why is Rajendra Hagawane not yet arrested? Why is his other son Sushil still free? Why wasn't any action taken 6 months ago when Vaishnavi filed a formal complaint? Would she still be alive if action had been taken then? And what about Ajit Pawar? He says he just handed over the keys to the SUV at the wedding. That he asked if the car was being given under pressure. But was that it? If he suspected dowry, why did he do nothing? What about NCP's Women's Commission Chief Rupali Chakankar, also from Ajit Pawar's party? Why didn't she act when Vaishnavi filed her complaint? There are too many questions, too much silence, too little justice. In a state where politicians hail Ladki Bahin slogans during elections, the same leaders go mute when their own party men are accused. This is not just a tragedy, this is a rot in the system. We couldn't save Vaishnavi, but we can demand justice now. Arrest Rajendra Hagawane, arrest his son, try them under the harshest laws, because if we let this go, another daughter will die tomorrow. Maharashtra, what kind of society are we becoming? Where fortuners are gifted like bargaining chips, where daughters are sold into violent homes, where even death doesn't move our leaders to act. We must act now. Justice for Vaishnavi is not a demand, it's a duty. That's all for today. This was your honest take. Keep watching Lokmat Times for more such stories.